to Serenity Gardening and Orchids. Today I will be showing you the products that I use when I fertilize. I will start with my garden flowers, what I use for my outdoor plants. And that would be the Espoma products. I really love them. I'm not sponsored in any way. These are things that have been tried and true for me. And when I'm planting bulbs, I use the bulb cone. You put your tulips down, put this down first, and it does really well. For starting other plants in the garden, I use the biotone, and it promotes good roots and all of that good stuff. Now, once a plant is established, like your roses and your philodendrons, your hydrangeas, Espoma has other products. I use the rose tone for my roses. I use the holly tone for my azaleas and my rhododendrons. And I find that the holly tone is good on azaleas, rhododendrons, most of the plants. I can switch up the rose tone and the holly tone, and they all seem to be good for my outdoor shrubs. Okay, moving on. For my indoor plants, for like a peace lily, dracenias, peperomias, and hoyas. All I use for them is this osmocote, and it's a time release fertilizer. I just sprinkle some around the dirt and kind of push it into the soil, and I just water them as usual. And that's all I do for my house plants, with the exception of the Hoya. For my Hoya, someone gave me a tip about this orchid food. And this, guys, you just take it, spray it on your Hoyas, and they are like, they absolutely love it. And that's the only thing I use on my Hoyas, and they are all doing great. Okay? So that's the Hoyas and the house plants out of the way. Now, what I use for my orchids. You know, guys, they are a horse of the different colors. Orchids are just different, and they just need more. This is a Narcinia. We have a Dendrobium. Okay. And we have a Cattleya. Okay. And here is a Meltoniopsis. Okay. All beautiful, right? Well, you gotta pay to play. So I'm going to show you how I mix my fertilizer and exactly the products that I use on all of my orchids. And I swear by this first product that I'm going to show you. It is like, I've been using it for years and years and years. They used to call it Peters, but they changed the name to Jack's. And I think the guy's name, the owner, is Jack Peters. This stuff is so good. I use it, this is a bloom booster, and I use it for any of my orchids that are in bloom. Okay? I use this CalMed, calcium, and I use this kelp, and I find that this kelp, nothing like it for the roots of your orchids. You don't have any roots on your orchids, use some kelp and see the difference. Okay, when my orchids are not in bloom, I use, instead of the bloom booster, I use Jack's 20-20-20. And I love them, or I love both of these products. So like, I could swear by Jack's, it's so good. Let me make sure you can see it really good. This is the all-purpose 20-20-20 by Jack's. This is the bloom booster, 10-30-20. Okay. I also use on my orchids Epsom salt, and you can use this on your house plants too if you want. I know that it works. So these are the 4 items that I use every time I fertilize my orchids. And I will show you exactly how I mix them. You get you a gallon jug of water, okay? And I just pour some into a cup, okay? I use a teaspoon of the kelp. Okay. I'm just rinsing off my teaspoon in there. You see me sprinkling it around. That's the kelp. And it doesn't smell the best. Actually, it smells horrible. Yuck. I use a teaspoon of the cow milk. Okay. And as you can see, this is a huge bag of Epsom salt, so I put some into the cup so it'll be easier for me to use. And I'll just get a teaspoon of that. Okay. And last but not least, my jacks. And because my most of my orchids are in bloom, I am going to be using this. This is the Bloom Boost. And I'll use a teaspoon of that also. Got it all in my cup. Okay, and that's all of them. And you just get something to stir it up with. And these spoons aren't large enough. I wasn't thinking else I would have bought a big spoon, but I got something. It's a stick, but it'll work. And I'm just gonna, you know, I want to mix that Epsom salt in there real good. Stir it up nicely. Okay. Okay. And it's early morning, guys. And I'm still drinking my coffee, so one moment, please. Gotta have a sip. Going to make me some breakfast when I finish this. Okay, and I'm just going to pour this mixture right into my 1 gallon of water. Now, for the water, you can use distilled water, you can use rainwater, or in my case today, I use tap. All of my rainwater is outside and frozen. Philadelphia Water Revenue. I can't say enough good things about them. I've visited the plant where they actually clean the water. It's a beautiful plant, and the water is safe and it's good. And I've used it for years and years. My orchids don't have a problem, and sometimes I even drink it when I don't have deer park. So you pour the mixture into your gallon of water. And I mix it pretty good, but I still have a little sediment from the Epsom salt, so I just pour it back in. I'm going to stir it up a little more just to dissolve the salt. A little bit of stuff in there. Okay. And that's it, guys. My orchids are thriving. They actually love this mixture. I love it, and I use it on my Phalaenopsis also. I forgot to bring that into the room to show you guys, but if you look at my videos, you'll see my fails. Again, I am not a botanist, so if you have a problem with the fertilizer that I use your own. This is what works for me. I love it, and my plants love it. Bye, guys. You have a good day. Remember, like I always say, you're blessed to be a blessing. Bye now. Have a great day.